Hello, one and all. Welcome to the stream once again for the second time today, and for the fourth consecutive time. I have not been able, well, for the third consecutive time, I have not been able to complete a stream successfully for one reason or the other. The first couple of times I had a crash to desktop. Anyway, let me just not bore you with the sad stories. This last time, however, a cement truck tore down some power cables and I had a brief power outage, but all is well, all is back. Let's see if we can finish this flight. We're back here in the Cayman Islands, same aircraft, same flight number, reshed. We never left. Passengers have been waiting, they got meal vouchers. So let's get this show on the road. Gonna be an exact copy of the flight that we did earlier, and well, at least the departure, everything. So, but I'm gonna go through it again step by step because I basically need to set this plane up all the way from scratch. The payload remains the same. The passengers have not gone anywhere. We've had to refile the flight plan and on VATSIM so that we can do this again. Let me just get my charts files. The charts I'm talking, and I haven't noticed, but I haven't been paying attention to what I've been doing. I just went back too many, how many folders I went up. In any case, let's get the briefing. It's MY and N1. Let me just update that one just in case the weather has changed and it's given us a briefing. Okay, that should be updated. I go directory and back in. Where are you? Where are you? There we go. Okay, here's the briefing. It's back Cayman Airways at 9106, Grand Cayman to Montego Bay. And we're Boeing 737-200. We're in the FlyJ Sim Twin Jet Pro version 3. Here's a route. It's the same route as earlier via the Nauru to departure Nauru, then eventually getting us to Omaxi intersection where we'll fly the Omaxi 5 departure, arrival into the Sangster Montego Bay. Runway 8, runway 7, nothing new there. That's pretty predictable. East operations as it's part of the world, Caribbean. Let's get some power to this aircraft. Otherwise, we won't be going anywhere today. Let's adjust my seat a little bit. Right. Battery is on. And APU. Start the APU immediately. No ground power today. Ever. Not if I could help it. I think here we go. It's moving. We'll give it position. We really should be on battery, but we'll have the APU on shortly. So I guess we can run the position lights on AC, on DC. We'll just wait for that to happen. We checked our thrust levers are fine, idle. and let's
adjusted.
get the weather. In fact, let's load in active sky, which we haven't done. I thought I did. Is that step? We get active sky. Let's give active sky a chance to and generate the weather, so that we can get a proper QNH reading. I didn't even check the maintenance on this aircraft. This is the first thing I should have done. Everything is like new, so oh, that's a surprise. The maintenance seems to have been done on this aircraft. Oh, it's probably that I've reset the Vulcan. Now it's reset the whole maintenance system for as well. Because when I flew yesterday, yeah, some of the parts were like good, or but everything seems like new, so that should be fine there. APU should be online. We get the APU buses now, and get the APU bleed and the left pack on. Active sky is completely loaded. Let me just get the weather and see what the current conditions are. We have QNH 1011.
QNH adjusted.
And we put 1011 on the altimeter. I had a bit of a, I think that, not too sure if that panning issue is back. And but in any case, let's see how the performance plays out. I did delete my shader cache. I was complaining about some performance issues. Performance issues or not, I am determined to complete this flight. So let's get on with it. Let's get the briefing. The briefing tells us that we have 86 passengers eager to get back to Jamaica, and we have a zero fuel weight of 38.6. Let's see if that holds. Just need a little bit more. I thought I opened the forward entry door. They closed, eh? 36, 38.4, 38.5, 38. Yeah, that should be fine. 5.4 tons of fuel. Get the fuel on. Okay, 5.5 tons. We get our V speeds. We'll set the bugs. We have a V2 of 138, so we'll climb out at 158. And flaps up 200 knots. Flaps up clean maneuvering speed 210 knots. We set the trim, and it's calling for 4.33 units nose up, and in the green band we have just about 4.3 units there. Seems well there. Our takeoff weight is 43.6, and according to this, I think yeah, that we're currently at 44.8. So by the time we get 44.0, so by the time we get to the runway, we should be much closer to that gross weight that is reflected in our briefing document, as we'd have burnt off some of the fuel. And right, let's get this flight plan in. See if we can pull up the core routes. Route menu. I do need to clean up my core route menu. This flight plan page, there's so many things, so many flight plans. Most of them I've only flown once. As you do with flight plans, I guess, you only really fly flight plans a couple of times, the same one, unless it's one of those short routes that you constantly fly. MWCR. Where are you? MWCR. MKJS, that's what I want. Departing runway 8, flying the narrow to departure. Let's get the charts for Grand Cayman. I have charts stored deep inside of my briefcase. That will be the day when they have a paperless cockpit, right? We're flying the narrow to departure. So the narrow to departure basically references the Grand Cayman VOR. So it's runway heading till 3DME, Golf Charlie Mike and Golf Charlie Mike and 1156. We'll tune this here. Golf Charlie Mike 1156, 3DME or Revan intersection. We'll make a right turn to intersect the 107 course from the Grand Cayman. Runway heading of 080. That's a runway 8. Runway heading 080, we're gonna go straight. We have no ATC, so we're gonna go straight up to cruising. That's the flight level 300. Bit finicky. Right, so level 300 and runway, so 080, right turn to intercept radial 107. We'd probably preemptively, oh we can't actually, I thought I could preemptively put this in VR lock mode. We're going to put flight directives to go around mode, so it's just going to give us go around to wing, pitch up indication for a wings level, and we're going to fly that till 3 miles, and we're going to make a right turn on course to intercept that radial 107. Flaps to departure, and that's pretty much it. So that's a takeoff briefing right there. We just go into our legs page, we make sure everything is fine. So we have Revan and then narrow. Just as we get onto the airway, between we'll probably go GPS nav and we'll fly the FMC route. Cruising altitude of level 300. And all is well. It's all right. Oh, that was took a sip of my coffee there. Okay, so our flight plan is in, and our aircraft is loaded. It's trimmed. It's all set. We can go do the walk around, do exterior inspection. So we're just gonna go out the aircraft. Yeah, I'm still getting that panning issue. I did delete my shader cache. I was convinced that when I loaded up the sim that it would go away, because I deleted my shader cache. I've said maybe 5th time already, but it has persisted. We look at the pitot heats. Yeah, the pitos is the captain side's pitot and the radome. Everything's fine. This is the first officer's pitos. Look, have a look at the nose landing gear. That tread in that tire looks very good. Brand new tires. That strut looks nice. There's no undue stress. Filament in that landing light seems okay. And let's have a look at the first officer static ports. And everything's fine. All fasteners are closed on the engine, the leading edge, no dents. Either the static discharge wicks, they're all there. The trailing edge, the flaps. These screamers that will be taking us all the way to Jamaica today. Have a look at inspect the quality of the main landing gear, the right main landing gear, the tires. right. Okay, leading edge, vertical, the horizontal stab. And these have static discharges as well. APU is running, very noisy. Look at that heat blur. You need some air protection when you're in the back here. I can hardly hear myself speak. Lovely livery though. I do love the color scheme. Stunning in the real aircraft, and it's a stunning rendition as well. I have a feeling it's the same person that did the Air Inuit livery for the Boeing 737-200. I love it. It's absolutely stellar. I've done a livery or two for this aircraft. I haven't published them, but nowhere near the level of finish as this aircraft here. The reverse doors, yeah, everything's fine. These two things line up. We have no leaks. Looking for the same things on the right wing, left wing. We have the ports, navigation lights. Speaking of which, did I even turn on the nav lights? I did not turn on the nav. Those nav lights should be on, right? We missed that in the setup. We go back into the aircraft. It's pretty hot out here. At least I have the air conditioning running on full blast. So, get back to the cockpit. Okay, so all that's well and good. We can run the pre-flight checklist. And the battery power, we are on, battery is on, emergency exit lights are not on, but now they are. Position lights I did not do. So, oh, okay, actually I did do it. Position, I don't know why you couldn't see it, probably because of the, well, you shouldn't really need that much in the daytime, should you? APU is running, we are on bus. APU gen, all the APU gen is on. Yaw damper is on, not on, is on now. Didn't turn on yaw dampers. Galley power is on. Off. Window heat. Oh my god, have I not done anything in this aircraft? Window heat is on. APU bleed on. And below the lens pressurization panel, we have level 300 set. Flight directors are set to go around. Parking brake is set. Fuel quantity, we have 6 tons in each tank, 6 in pounds. ATC and ATIS clearance, we are on VATSIM. We have no ATC, but we'll go on Unicom. Let's tune Unicom. Unicom is set, 122.8, and in the nav radio we are 15.6, and we are tracking the Golf Charlie Mike radial. Takeoff data is set, speeds are bugged, trim is set, per 2.12 is preset. Takeoff data is in, nav and comms are set, transponder, we're gonna get that to 2000. Transponder to 2000, we set it to Tara. Flight instruments are checked and crew briefing is complete. And that's a pre-flight checklist. Done there. We'll call the pushback truck.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to go. Tow is driving up.
We'll close the doors. And we'll start the before start flows. Fuel pumps on, galley power will come back off. Smoking, fasten seatbelt signs are on. Left back off. APU bleed is on, we have duct pressure. And anti-collision light is on. The before start checklist. Before start checklist, doors are closed, unlocked. The signs are on, fuel pumps are on, we have 4 pumps on, center pumps off. Packs are off, anti-collision light is on.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed,
ready to start.
Ready to connect. Suspension strap and adapter in position. Release parking brake when ready to start pushback.
Right, parking brake is released. He's lifting up our aircraft right now.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
There we go. You waste no time till he started the ground. Starting number 2. Bend 2 rising. %. Okay, that's engine stable, starting number 1. Started the ground. 10%. 20%. Okay, and that's 2 good starts. And 1 is stable. And we can get to the after start flows.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, before taxi checklist, the generators are on, APU is off, pitot heat is on, anti-ice not required, hydraulic panel is... Really? Can we have that is strange.
Tow is disconnected and bypass pin has been removed. Hand signal on the right.
It's so noisy.
We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Hydraulic panel is set. Recall is check. We still have this thing in transition, right? Flaps to set. Flight controls checked. Stab trim is set. We're gonna get the weather radar on now. And ground equipment is clear. Clear on the left. We're ready for taxi. Or in Roberts traffic, Cayman 9106, taxiing and backtracking 08. Taxiing on the active, Cayman traffic.
Owen Robert International, traffic, 7378, traffic. Backtracking runway 8 for the part 2.
Busy now. Somebody else here? I might even... What's happened here? I should be seeing him. Okay, let's go. Config check. Yeah, I've had to come off VATSIM because I realized my models weren't showing. So yeah, and I'm still getting that panning issue. You can tell it's not completely smooth as it should be. Not completely smooth, so I'm gonna go back to 1141 because I'm really having no luck with this beta. I always end up with a crappy end of the stick with these betas. I always seem to come over at the wrong time. Or just choose the wrong beta. You know, and it's funny because I've had another beta before and it's just performed so much better than this. I mean, I had beta 9, I think. But I had to come back to 1141 or go back to 1141 because it was just too many sacrifices I had to make with, especially with VATSIM and on some of the aircraft that I couldn't fly. But it would seem that like most of the aircraft now that I have are Vulcan compliant, but now Vulcan's less than kosher. So we'll just backtrack here. We'll turn on our strobes. We'll turn on our inboards for takeoff only. And we'll backtrack to the end. So just to recap on the takeoff, we'll do runway heading till 3 miles on the OBS at 3 miles at Golf Charlie Mike. Then we'll turn right to intercept radial 107 and we'll go direct to Nauru. Okay, so we can run the before takeoff checklist. So strobe lights are on, engine bleeds are on. Let's try to go straight here. Packs are on and flaps 2 are set. We are transponder is Tara before trim is set, before takeoff checklist is complete. And let's just do a 180. Takeoff thruster set.
Knots.
Quite a crosswind.
Rotate.
Quite a shaky takeoff, gear up. Miles, 1,000, 3 miles, Heading select. Oh. Oh, no, 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 no. Becoming very fiddly indeed. Oh, flaps up. Oh, this is my nightmare, my nightmare. We go VR lock. The airway is coming in there. And we intercept the airway. We use control wheel steering for climb. Although the autopilot is on, I can actually vary the climb angle with control wheel steering. But let's get on course first of all. We pitch our nose down just a bit so that we can accelerate nicely. Go direct, narrow. Direct Montego. Then we go GPS nav, VR lock, and so we'll give it an IS 250 for IS climb. We have flight director, we'll put that in VOR lock mode, and we put it in altitude hold. So we have nav lock, out hold, and we have GPS nav on the autopilot. We'll do the after takeoff checklist. Landing gears up and off, flaps up, no lights, engine switches are off. Engine bleeds are on, packs are on, and we are climbing. Exterior lights are off. After takeoff checklist complete. And let's go standard. And at 10,000 we can, let's give it 280 knots, thereabouts. See if we get some wing views. Do we have any wing views? Got some cabin views. Yeah, let's turn on the window shade. This is Grand Cayman. We need to open the window shade to look out this window. I hope we have enough time for a snack service. My flap's not completely retracted. I might have damaged my slats. Oh my god, I might have damaged my slats. Oh, it doesn't say anything, so good. So right, we can't rest on our laurels here because it's a rather short sector. In fact, we are going quite fast. I think now we're doing 2,000 feet per minute, which is I guess is good for 18,000 feet. We'll fly the OMAXI 5 arrival via Forced. They're forced. Let's see what's let's see what the arrival chart says. Got the arrival chart for Montego Bay. Charts. So we have MKJS OMAXI arrival, PETC. Look at we have Forced and then OMAXI. Oh yeah, so then OMAXI will just fly the ILS. Okay, so we won't be flying fly the ILS, transitioning. We don't need to put OMAXI because we have it already. Yeah, OMAXI 1800. Execute. We have to delete one of these OMAXIs. And bring this OMAXI up here. 1800 feet, okay. We're good. ILS 1095 and 15.7. We'd do the 115.7. We'd monitor the Sangster VOR. And we're 148 miles away from it. I hope we have enough time to descend, to climb and descend. We need to be OMAXI. See if we get the arrivals via OMAXI. Right, so OMAXI at 3,000. So we just put it as a reminder. OMAXI at 3,000. So we'll use OMAXI as our descent fix, and we'd measure everything against OMAXI. So we need from flight level 300, we need to get down to flight level 30, divide that by 10, divide by 3, and you add 5 miles to slow down. 86 miles from OMAXI. Currently, so OMAXI we have 56 and 29, so 56 plus 2 9er, that's 85. So basically, right as we're above Forced, as we get to Forced, we're just about 50 miles from our top of descent, 47 miles from top of descent, and we're still 24,000 feet. Gonna be a really short cruise sector. I'm gonna reset our cruise EPR 174. And I'll start preparing for the arrival, at least putting in the navigate. So we're monitoring the Sangster VOR on the DME2 here, and we have that tuned in on this nav2 DME2. Yeah, so we're 135 miles away from Sangster, so it's really short flight, and we're still climbing. In fact, I'm just going to peg back the speed here so that we can get slightly better climb rate. So 1095, set that at nav2, nav1. 1095, and we set it again on the side, just as a reminder. And the final approach course is 072 for runway 07. We can't set it on the left side yet because currently the left side is being slaved to the FMS, and it basically takes its course from the course in the FMS. As you can see, it's heading 109er, course 109er, and it's set there as well. Minimums at thanks to 300 feet radio, we can just put this bang on 300. More than likely auto brake medium, and all we need is our V speeds. We're climbing through 26,000, and we have 33 miles till our top of climb. Well, till we have to begin descent actually. I'm going to level off at level 290 actually, so. I'll just monitor that and see how it goes. There's no pilots in there. Let's get back in there. See, the miles do get eaten very quickly. We have 22 miles to go, and level off at flight level 290. Of 18 miles. Yeah, 18 miles, that's 15 miles. Okay, so we at level 290, alt hold is green. I'm gonna give it bring back a EPR, the preset cruise EPR. So I'll just leave it there, 170, 170, 172. And 12 miles to go before our top of descent. We're gonna get our V speeds. Our landing speeds is flap 30, VRF of 128, I'll set the box. So VRF of 128 gives us actual VRF of 132, 133. Flaps 15, speed 152. Flaps 1, speed 200 knots. And we can run our 8 miles to go to the top of the descent. We can start running our descent checklist. And descent checklist: pressurization, landing altitude is set, auto brake medium is selected, landing data, we have a VRF bug set, minimums 300 feet set. Landing data is set, approach briefing is complete. Descent checklist complete. So 4 miles back tire. What I'd do, I'd bring this bug up here and reset the altitude to 3,000. So we're gonna descend directly to 3,000 feet. Okay, here we go. So we'll retard our thrust to idle, and we'd make our way down to 3,000 feet. And we're currently 91 miles from the VOR, basically the airport. Okay, out of 27,000 feet, and we have 86 miles to run. 86 times 3 is 258, so we're just a little bit above profile. We have two options. We can open the speed brake, or we can increase the speed to give it a higher speed so that the plane would pitch down to meet that speed. Give us a slight acceleration in vertical speed here. So 3/8 at 24, yeah, we're good. $24,300. $79 miles to run. Everything is going smoothly. Let's see if we can get a glimpse of, we can't see shit. Yeah, after this flight, I'm definitely going back to 11.4. Without a doubt. Okay, 70 miles to go. 73 is 21. We're at 22,200, slightly above profile. Well, 22,000. We can give it 300 knots maybe. Gives us a spike in descent rate as we try to meet our profile. There wasn't any time for meal service, any kind of snack service on this flight at all. 18,000 feet, we're 60 miles away, spot on. We're spot on, we're right on target. Direct Omaxi. We have 50 miles to go. And Omaxi is 11 miles away from the Sangster VOR. And this aircraft has no auto thrust, in case you didn't know. So it's all manual. Right now, I have the thrust levers all the way to idle. So even though I'd set the speed, the aircraft only basically adjusts that speed with its energy management, the autopilot. So it's just going to pitch up or pitch down to keep or to increase, hold, or decrease the speed. Out of 15,000 feet, and we're just on profile. We're just slipping a little bit below profile. It's good that we slip a bit, get below profile, because when we get to 10,000 feet, we are going to level a bit. So we have 14 times 3, that's 40, yeah. 50 times 3, 15,000, so we're just a little bit below profile now, so 49 miles to go, and we're actually at 14,000 feet. We can begin slowing down just a little. Let's get the aircraft to pitch up a bit, slow down. 47 times 3, 14,100 feet, still below profile slightly. Can bring the speed back a bit more. Times 3, 13.2, yeah, okay, we're spot right back on the money again. At 270 knots indicated airspeed. And we can just begin to see Jamaica, the Jamaican coast, the western coast of Jamaica, I'd say. Up here in the distance there. It's a bit hazy. Now we're at 12,000 feet. Uh, 12,000 feet to 11.9, so the 39 miles to go. Let's check on our vertical profile. It's 39 times 3 is 13. 13 times 3 is 39, so we should be at 13,000 feet. Let's get back. Let's put this down, peg this all the way down to 240 knots. We're just a bit below our profile here. We're actually climbing a bit. The plane's pitched up so much to lose that airspeed. And 11.3 is a 33. We should be 33 miles and 11,000 feet from Sangster. Yeah. Okay. We shouldn't need to use our. Oh no. I didn't mean to do that. We shouldn't need to use our speed brakes at all. And we're 11,000 feet, 34 miles, it's slightly above profile, but with that'll be fine. We just need to be at Omaxi at 3,000 feet. We have the 1095, I'm going to tune 15.7 on this so we can continue to monitor the Sangster VOR. We're going to tune Sangster here on DME and DME1 on the first officer side, and we're going to switch this to ILS. Currently 22 miles from the airport, from touchdown. 3133 is a 9. We need to look out. Right now the localizer is flagged, so we don't have any localizer signal. So we just need to keep an eye. Once we have a localizer lock signal, we can come off GPS nav and head in temporarily into heading mode, and we'll just rejig our new course, final approach course to 072. I'm not sure how they did it in real life when they didn't have an FMS. I guess you had INS, and you could have the first officer continuing to monitor the instruments, the nav aids on his side. But this takes a little while to get used to, because you have to know which selector paints a signal on which instrument. We do know that this left nav one paints a signal on this OBS, and this right one paints a signal on his DME2. And this his first officer's left one paints a signal on here, and vice versa. 25 miles to go. 25 times 3 is 75. We're just a bit above profile, I would say. Maybe some speed brake. I said we weren't going to use any, but famous last words, right? Not a fan of speed brake. I give it a touch of speed brake, just a little bit. Watch, maybe might need to use a bit more than a little. Okay, so we're below 10,000 feet. We are single pilot, so we're going to get a couple things done. I'm going to set the destination QNH is get a weather forecast for Donald Sangster Airport, and it's 1008. If I press B, it's 1008. 1008. And we can do an approach checklist. Altimeters are set, exterior lights are on, and seatbelt signs are on. Approach checklist complete. I still have no localizer signal, and we have 10 miles to run to Maxi. Once we're about 5 miles, we're just going to do heading select. In fact, I will do heading select, and we'll continue to monitor OMAX. I don't think I can modify this yet till I turn the GPS nav completely off. We'd give it some more speed brake, and we'd slow us down to flaps up maneuvering. And so we have heading select. The loc is still flagged. I'm gonna take it off GPS nav now, and I'm gonna give it a final approach course of 072. I'm gonna give it VOR lock. We're 5 miles to Omaxi, and we're a bit high. Okay, 4 miles and just about 1,800 feet, 600 feet above profile. I'll give it flap 1 actually, so that we'd probably get a better angle of attack. Slightly, yep, that helped a bit. Gives us a bit more VS. Okay, and we have VOR lock. Give it a final approach course. We set landing EPR 1.36. A bit of thrust. Make sure we have 1095. 1095. And we have the field in sight. Can close our speed brake. Arm the speed brake. I don't have a glide path though. I don't have a glide slope. Where's my glide slope? No glide slope? I'm not even getting anything. Where's the glide slope? I think I'm gonna have to do manual from here. Do a visual approach. I have little patience for this glide slope. Oh. Let's get our flaps 15. Flaps 15 set. Okay, I see the runway. Strange, I don't have any glide path. Okay, we give it landing EPR, flaps 30. Trim it down a bit. Wow, easy does it. A bit of trim. Okay, on speed on profile, a little bit below the profile. We level her out just a bit. A little thrust, just a bit. Bit of thrust. Slide just a bit, just a touch of thrust. Actually, we are a bit above thrust. We are a bit flat. Okay, back on profile. Back on thrust. Check. Landing. Oh, no wonder. Has my scenery reset? Where's my reverse? Can we make it? Can we make it? Yeah, we can. I wish it was a shortcut switch for the lights. I do miss FSX for that. Unfortunately, I've had to disconnect from VATSIM, seeing that I've just set X Copilot up yesterday for this new beta. My AI models, my traffic models have not loaded in, so I am not able to see any traffic. Let's turn the strobe lights off and get the APU running. And get the switch to ground. Slight uphill, so I'm giving it quite a bit of thrust to keep it going. It's a bit of a hard landing, wasn't it? I think I bounced. I'm not sure. We'd have a look at the replay once we get on stand. Turn off lights. Our strobe lights are off. Back. Did I not switch on? Oh, the APU is coming on. Anyway, in any case, thanks guys, all those who are tuning in at the moment, all those who've tuned in for the landing. I hope I can give you a better stream in the future, better quality, less jitters, and maybe more views and so on. But I hope you come back again for our next flight, and please don't forget to subscribe if you like what you saw. And you want to see the progress of, follow the progress of this channel. We're gonna go to that gate there. This gate here. I hope the jetway works. I have the marshal in sight. I can turn my landing lights off here. My taxi light off. Ground traffic, eh? I need to delete all of my ground traffic. It's easier said than done, though. I could live without the airport ground traffic, X-plane ground traffic. Better, yeah. No autogate, eh? No autogate. I should have just gone to a remote stand. That's what I get for deciding to use park at a jetway. We'll just set the parking brake right here and shut our engines down. Our APU is on now on bus. Turn the engines, switch the engines off. Anti-collision light is on. Turn on the APU bleed, and we'll turn on these packs here. And the fasten seatbelt signs off. Pitot heat off. Electrical hydraulic 2 off. And I think we could open the doors. Well, the jetway didn't work, so we'd be using the air stairs. Thank God for the air stairs. And thank Boeing for the air stairs. We'll just do a shutdown checklist just for completeness. Our shutdown checklist signs off. Fuel pumps are off. We have all the pumps are off except the aft one pump, which runs the APU scavengers off from. Pitot heat is off. Hydraulic panel is set, and parking transponder. We didn't turn our transponder or our weather radar off. Or off. APU, parking brake is set, start levels are cut off, anti-collision light is on, and the shutdown checklist is complete. And we'd have a look at our replays. Let's go outside and we'd set our replay up. Am I not going outside? What's happened here? What's happened here? Get our replay. Got some replay music. Maybe. The shift 2 for replay. Let's go here. This. Not a bit too far. Let's head down that way. Head down to the side of the runway and watch her coming in. Watch us come. There she is. Look at that bounced. Awesome. Watch her coming in again from the side, from this angle. Pretty much the same angle, but on the sunny side. What a bounce. What a bounce. That turned kind of fast. Let's see if we can have we can replay back to the takeoff. Scenery might take some time to load, so just bear in mind that it'll probably freeze a bit if we can go all the way back to takeoff. Here we are. I think we're on the ground here again. No. Leave it here and let's just wait for the scenery. Let's just wait for the scenery to load. All right, so let's have a look at the takeoff here. This is where we were in Cayman. Let's do a tower view. Hey, let's look at the taxi out actually. Oh my God! What happened there? Let's fast forward just a bit. Fast forward just a little bit. There she comes. At least I made it to the end this time, at least on the 4th attempt. 4th time lucky, I guess. Or call it perseverance. Look at that wobbly takeoff. Let's have a look from the cabin. Have a cabin view now. .41, here I come. Back to you, waiting for me with open arms. Anyway, folks, thanks for coming along on the ride today, and hope I'll see you again. I'll be doing a flight tomorrow morning, probably at about 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most likely in this aircraft. I'm not too sure what flight I'll be doing. Maybe somewhere, something continuation, maybe down along the Caribbean. We see if we can end up in somewhere else in the Caribbean, or maybe Miami. Hopefully somewhere with ATC, and I should have had, hopefully should have had my sorted out my my troubles with performance and ex-pilot. So all the best, and for all of you who've come here for the first time, I hope you like what you saw. If you do like what you saw, don't forget to subscribe and like, comment as much as you can. But to everybody, peace, and thanks for coming. Thanks for flying with us.